So we gonna try this again. Okay, so we live. I'm gonna give it about a good 5 minutes. I want to make sure it don't do anything crazy because I honestly, really, I don't know. I am testing it, testing my, and the test is coming back good, but it's just gets through. So like I said, I'm gonna hold off on like 5 minutes,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see. But we are live though. So, but yeah, Southern. The crazy part is I like Southern. If I before I moved to Georgia, if I'd have known about like Southern lanes and the atmosphere, I definitely would have probably moved in that area.
Mm, yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie with the kids. I like Gwinnett County schools, so
That's yeah. I definitely understand that, man.
yeah, the school
You
system
got to
out
go
here,
with the school system the best. Yeah.
yeah, it's next to trash out here. So, but we, yeah, I love Southern though, man. I wish he opened up another one.
Yeah.
Open up another one closer.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, because even that like even me driving these past Thursdays to Delk Road, even Delk Road wasn't a bad drive for me. Like I ain't have no problems, with anything like that. With no oops, and the mute button is don't work on here, huh? But yeah, well, even with Delk Road, like I never really had a problem, and I guess because with Delk, it's just what 316, 85, 285, where sometimes the best route for Douglasville is 316, 85, 285, 20.
Mm.
Like that's a lot.
That's a lot. But
That's a
then
lot.
then that 285 coming from that way, like you
Oh
just
my
don't
gosh.
you just don't know.
285 is ridiculous, man. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
All right, let me. All right, so it looks like it's standing the test of time. It's on longer than what it was the last time. Maybe you bring good luck to us. All right, let me. All right, I'm about to start sharing the stream. Uh, Welcome to everybody who's on. As you can see, it got. How do you pronounce your last? Is it Rad or
Rab,
Rab? Rab.
Rab. Yeah.
We got Tim Rabb on with bowling champs. I mean tournament champs. Excuse me. And renamed y'all already.
My bowling champ. You had it right the first time,
Oh,
bowling
it is
champ.
bowling champ. Okay, okay. All right. So hold on. Let me. I'm just sharing the stream. I wanted to bring you on just in case we lost, but we look like we holding on. We holding on pretty good now. And so how was it? How did you bowl at Ty's tournament?
I did not bowl
Yeah.
well. I couldn't get anything. I mean, yeah, that pattern, I have to figure it out. It's a little heavy oil, but it was going in the pocket. I just couldn't carry anything. So I think
Yeah.
next time I just need to change surface or do something a little different. Um,
And I
but
think that's
I mean,
what it was funny. Did you bowl Dre weekend?
no, I didn't bowl Dre's weekend, but I
Oh,
heard
okay.
it was kind of like similar.
Yeah, it was funny because it was a lot of oil, and they were like they were like, oh, this is more oil than normal. And then all of a sudden, They was like, yeah, this is the new house shot, so be prepared. Man, we got there at League Tuesday. That shit was hooking out the damn window. I was like, what new house shot? I'm like, man, this thing is back to what it was.
Yeah, I think they had tested this. I think the pattern they laid out for ties, the same one I believe this past summer they did for the 9-pin no tap or something like that. Um,
Oh, okay.
that they had a couple of times, but yeah, I don't think it's the regular house shot. It's definitely modified or more.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool either way. Like I'm at a point in my bowling life where it's just like I'm showing up for a good time right now because I just cannot until I can really put the time in like I want to practice.
Hmm.
And that's really like I like you can tell when Martrell's been practicing. Let me tell you, like it's obvious, and it's right now. It's just trying to carve out the time. It's just not enough time in a day.
Yeah, yeah, time is definitely limited.
Yeah, and then also too, like being honest, like with me having this show, having put myself out there like that in the bowling community, it's it's hard for me to show up and practice in any type of peak time in a bowling alley because people want to talk a lot, and I try not to be rude because, like I said, I did put myself in this position. Nobody asked, so it's like I try to entertain the conversations as long as I could, but and then you get the people that want to bowl with you and practice with you, and then they keeping score, and then you done got sidetracked to what you came there to do. So it's like I
Yeah,
try to get there early, like when the bowling alley first opened, so I don't have to, go through that. But that's even tough because like now, um, I think a lot of the bowling alleys now don't open till like 12, some to 3 o'clock over the summer now.
yeah,
Where over the winter it was like 9 in the morning, so I could run in there, But it's. Are you going back to Dope?
yeah. I'll be a ducking.
When does
Yeah.
that start?
Um, I think this week is the meeting, and then next week will be the start of the season on the 14th, I believe.
Okay, so this week is the meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of the loop with everything. Like we start Wednesday, and I didn't even know it. Somebody was like, "Yo, you ready for Wednesday to do what?"
Do what?
And then he was like, "Yo, we start." I was like, "Start." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then one of my teammates just had a baby, so he gonna be out. Shout out to Traylon. He just had a beautiful girl. Um, but I think we are safe. Let me just okay. I think we are. I think we safe so far. That's a good thing. So welcome everybody. I know a lot of people this weekend because I was going through it this weekend. Um, a lot of people saw me live and then it was cutting out. Um, and I apologize for that. I was trying to go live Friday. I'm trying to do something new where like at least one day a week we do something fun. Like I do a bunch of reaction videos, either or we watch bowling videos together, or we watch somebody's live together. I want to do that like at least once a week. Especially even with football season come on. I know Facebook and them got a lot of rules, where I can't actually put the football game on here. But I might try it one week. One week, we'll watch a football game or we'll watch the PBA when it's on or something like that. So I want to get into that, and that's what I was trying to do Wednesday, but it did not work out. I mean, not Wednesday, Friday. But it did not work out after that storm. Um, and I ain't gonna lie, Winder when it storms over here, that lightning be pretty close. Like that, like we were. I was driving on 316, and lightning struck literally the other side of the street, but closer to the trees where you can actually see the bolt. and about 8 cars just pulled over to the side. Like it was so loud, and like my ears was ringing for like a couple of hours. Like it was crazy, and it's it gets lightning gets awfully close around here. So it's it's I don't know if that has something to do with it, but I know this year I was just telling somebody too. We've been having some weird weather here in Georgia. We had a long ass winter. We getting all this damn rain. I feel like we didn't even have a spring. Yeah, it's just been a roller coaster of weather here. So, but all right. So I'm just about done with sharing the stream to all the usual platforms. So as y'all can see, I have my man Tim Rad here. Um, and one of our first questions that we ask everybody, Tim, is what got you started in bowling and how long?
I've been bowling about 8, 9 years, but really got into it the past 6 years. Um, really, after college, just didn't want to keep playing basketball, knees.
Same
so,
here. Yep.
um, so I wanted to pick up something different. We just went bowling one day. One of my friends, Jason, he had his own bowling ball and shoes, and I was like, "Oh, he coming in here. He know how to bowl." And he whooped us. But since then, it was like, okay, I want to get better at this, and then just started bowling. Um, Purchased a old rotor grip Nomad, and didn't know what I was looking for, uh, and used
Like
that
most of us.
for a long time. But and just started just bowling more, and then just meeting people in the bowling community. So many people helped me out. Um, and then just started bowling in league and a couple of leagues, and then the past, I would say the past 3 years, we really just started bowling in tournaments. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Just the love for it and just gravitated towards it.
That's it. How are you originally from this area, from Georgia?
No, I'm originally from South Carolina,
Okay.
a small town called Lancaster, which is like
Like,
20 miles south of Charlotte.
okay. I'm familiar with Lancaster. I know where that's at. And you say you played basketball in college. That was funny because
Oh no, high school,
high
played
school.
basketball.
Okay, because same thing happened to me with when I think it was from our age group playing outside in concrete, not knowing if we know what we knew now.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing for me was it was I wanted to stay close to the game, so I ended up picking up refereeing. So I've been and officiating.
Hmm.
So I've been doing that maybe about close to 15 years now.
Wow, you're good.
And similar wanted the competition, so I stuck around bowling. So when you started bowling, you said you just started bowling tournaments, and we see, where the state of bowling is now with urethane and with the competitive. Do you see, or how do you see the future of bowling through your eyes right now?
Um, I mean, it could go either way, but I feel like bowling needs to get younger, um, and I think it's up to us to invest more into our youth bowling. Um,
Mm,
that's, I mean, the urethane can be. There's always going to be something like it was the weight hold at one time.
oh
Now
yeah,
it's the
no,
main ball, so it's going to be something all the time. But I think if we want the sport of bowling to succeed, we really need to invest into our youth bowling more, just in general. Um, and I think if we do that, then it'll be a bright future for bowling. But you look at, I mean, you look at the NBA and how much money is
mhm.
invested in youth, right? So I think that's a blueprint where we need to go as far as just investing, if we want to see bowling succeed like that, or just grow in general.
I definitely agree because I think a lot of people don't know the scholarships. The I know a lot of people like to put their kids in soccer early, develop that motor skills. I think the same thing could be, equate for bowling, especially with your arms, your feet of pace, and I agree with you. Bowling definitely needs to get younger. I see the PBA kind of getting that way with Chris Barnes'
Mhm.
son and them. In my last show, I mentioned, I went to the USBC meeting, and one of the things that they're stressed is finding new people, young people, to join the board. So I definitely agree. I think the fresh ideas, the style, far
Mhm.
as not necessarily when I say equipment, I mean like bags and shirts and stuff and designs. I would definitely like to see it, like you said, get younger. I would like to see it in high school more. Because I'm
Mhm.
from up north, we had bowling in high school. Where it's too many bowling alleys down here not to have it in high school.
Yeah, and then I mean, just even like you said, scholarships. Like I remember when SCAD started, and when they first started a bowling team, and then
Hmm.
I was like, man, I wish, because I went to the art institute. I was like, man, I wish I was went to SCAD, and I would have just tried to just get a scholarship. I
Yeah.
mean, just things like that, and a lot of kids don't know about that. Like,
Yep.
so it's just really investing into them to get into the sport, and then going from there, cause it can really change their trajectory what they're trying to do. So.
Yes, and it also, like you said, it gives hope because you only get 14, 15 on a basketball team,
Hmm.
but you get around 45 to 50 on a football team, and you got hundreds of maybe 1,000 kids each year. So, and track and field, I don't know how many on there, so I'm just throwing out a wild number. I'm gonna say 20. So now you're only talking about, through those three sports, then you got baseball, softball. So you add, 9 to 18 to there. So you really, if you really think about it, at a school of maybe even, let's just say, even if they had 500 to 1,000 students, only about 150 are actually in athletics. And then when you think about the rest of those kids who like don't even know that this is an option to even potentially make money,
Hmm.
as a sport. Of course, they have golf, they have tennis, but a lot of them who just don't grow up around the area because I'm one of them. I've been in a bowling alley all my life and never paid attention and never knew that that this was even an option.
Hmm.
To take it this far because like yeah, bowling was in school, but I always looked at it as like I was a ball player. Everybody was trying to make the NBA, like especially in New
Hmm.
York. Everybody thought they were going to the NBA. So I didn't even know. Like, yeah, I seen bowling on TV, but you don't. As a kid, you're not looking at sponsor deals like they are now, especially at our age. They didn't glorify what these players make like they do now, which is crazy.
Hmm.
To even know that bowling was the first sport to have $1 million contract. So it's or and I think if I'm not mistaken, bowling was one of the first one with a beer advertisement in its sports, rightfully so. I mean, seeing how many people drink in
Yeah.
the bowling alley. But it's great to see. Well, it will be great to see the evolution of it if when it happens. Like you just feel like bowling is always on the cusp of it. Um, and speaking of always being on the cusp, I used to cuss a lot about these bowling systems. Um, I am one of the ones that always said, and what you're doing is kind of proving my point. Is when you put it out to the community, the bowling community have some people. Like we have doctors, nurses,
Hmm.
mechanics, teachers, engineers, software developers, cooks, bakers. We got some of everything in this sport.
Everything,
And if
everything.
we come together as people, as a community, we can get this thing done. After every one of my tournaments, I've ripped all these T-Brax, these Oregon Trail type systems that we have to use for us for our tournaments. As a tournament director, a lot of people don't know these tournament systems don't come with no instructions, don't come with no how tos. You literally have to figure it out on your own, and they're expensive and they're out of date. So I've always been saying we definitely need somebody or some group of people to come together and create something new and insert bowling champ. You know, you came with the beck and call. Tell us what got you started. First of all, into doing stuff like software, and then we'll talk about how you got the idea to actually make this happen.
Yeah. So I have a background in design, UX design, and software development. So that's what I went to school for. So this comes naturally to me. So when I actually right before COVID, I had the idea like I wanted to get into tournaments, but I couldn't really find like where to go, or I
Mm-hmm.
see Facebook posts and things like that. So really after COVID, I started talking to some friends like, I think I should like try to create something. So it was more like, all right, I'm gonna start off something small. I wanted to see if I can create something to where people can go and just find flyers,
Mm-hmm.
or find a list of tournaments to go to that you can filter or search. And then I started throwing that idea around, and then it came more. I started talking to a couple different tournament directors, like, um, what system you use, how do people find your tournament, and or what's some of the pitfalls that you find when trying to do a bowling tournament?
Right.
Because I started going to a couple different tournaments, and like, man, it's taking them forever to get these scores.
Forever. Yeah, that's
Man, it's taking 3 hours. Why is it taking so long to get money? You just it's and then the
mm-hmm.
brackets. I'm like, there's got to be something. So then I started talking to some other friends, and we started concepting, and that's how Bowling Chump came. And so I started really talking to a lot of directors, getting their input, talking to bowlers, a lot of bowlers, just anybody that want to listen or input, and just getting feedback. So that's how the platform was actually built off bowlers' feedback from real time information, and that's how we're going to keep rolling with it. So any suggestions, any comments, anything that you see, they say, "Oh, I wish they had this," or even we're looking at things like someone having a tournament average, right? Like you have
Mm.
see average, but maybe having a tournament average, so tournament directors can look and see, okay, this person has a tournament average. They've done bowling these tournaments on this type of condition, and so maybe they can use their tournament average instead of USBC average. So and it'll be up to date because these will be tournaments that they're actually bowling in, and you can see the list of tournaments. So things like that can help the tournament directors, or
That
just
is,
like
and
easy
not just the
ways,
tournament director, the sport.
or the sport itself, yeah,
Yeah.
um, and things like inputting scores, like, and then being able to record those scores on the instant instead of just waiting. Things like that to just help, just in general, tournament directors like help out as much as possible. So, it's not 100%, but I think it's going in the right direction.
Oh, it's definitely, yeah, just from what I'm hearing, it's definitely going in the right direction from just even just the put the thought into motion, because I don't think people who don't run tournaments have no idea how crappy these systems are.
Yeah, they're old, out of date. It's hard to, if something changed, like that you hear from the bowling community or things like, we wish we want to see this. it can take them 3, 4, 5 years to get something in there. And
Yes.
then as technology changed, those things changed already, so they are already behind. So building a platform allows you to make that flexibility change and what you need to do to stay up to date. And I think those things is really going what's going to really push the bowling community, like technology, staying up to date, and that's what's going to attract young people as well into the bowling community. If you have someone who's young and trying to be a tournament director and go to another software that looked like it was created in 1980,
Right.
like, what is this? I use my cell phone, and my cell phone's faster than this. So things like that you have to keep in mind when you're trying to grow the sport.
I definitely agree. Now, we talked about far as, the end on the tournament directors and what can help them out. What about the people who aren't tournament directors, tournament goers, that want to tell people what is what would you say would be the plus for tournament goers with this system?
So a lot with these other systems, you can't really like the player can't sign in. So with this, you actually have a player's profile. So once you sign up and you have your information, it keeps a track record of all the tournaments you've been in, your average. You can make like payment that's straight to the tournament director. You can contact the tournament director, um, and then you can actually search for. It's going to be able to search, like if you want to search players that you want to bowl with, or search across the country. So I think it is helping to actually not only tournament directors but players within the community, because you don't really have anything like that that you can actually search and find different players or tournaments around the country.
And like you said, so you basically be able to have a one stop shop. So if I want to know what tournaments is in what area, I can just go on there. And as a tournament director, I can upload my tournaments to this. So like you said, and then the part that the contact, I think that is also big to contact, this tournament director with the profiles. Now, with the profiles and everything, what are some of the features that you're excited about and that people may not know, far as on the tournament director and on the, because you mentioned, faster pay, which is what about the real time updates?
Yeah, for me, definitely for players, it's the real time updates. Once you put the scores in, the player can put the score in, or the tournament director can put the score in, and you can check. But as you put the score in, you can actually go and see where your standings at right there. So you don't have to wait to the tournament director to print out the paper to post up or things like that. And for the tournament director, we're actually going to be building brackets, and we're going to be building like side pots. That'll be our new features that we're actually going to be coming out within the next month or so, but it'll be easy to do those things. It'll be easy to set up, not only for tournament directors who are seasoned, but new tournament directors who's trying to get into, trying to start out. So we're keeping those things in mind. Also, like how to make it easy for everyone, or try to make it easy for everyone. So one of the things that people, a lot of tournament directors like, do you have anything that does brackets, right? So to make it brackets easy, right? So that's something that we're actually working on right now, looking to release how to make brackets easy for everyone.
So,
Um,
so
with
even with
bowling.
that, with the brackets and the side pods, they could be able to even use this with league.
Yeah. Yep. If you wanted to do that for, yes.
That makes it even you know as a daily use, so people don't lugging around, and all of this can be accessed, and the tournament director can run this through their phone. Correct.
Yep, you can run through your phone, your iPad. It's mobile friendly. Um, it works on, of course, Microsoft product on a PC or a Mac. You have some things that only work on one or the other, or you have to download a CD. So you can take your iPad and be able to, verify scores using your iPad, just going down instead of writing on a sheet of paper, writing on another sheet of paper, then sending it and putting it into um, the platform. So it
That
just
that also helps the expenses because I know for me, especially my earlier tournaments, I used to a lot of paper.
Yeah.
We used to
Yeah.
use a lot of paper, especially you know at the tournament. So with this, to even have them being able to just look at everything real time from the phone, and like you said, to build the brackets. Um, I think that like yeah. And then someone even told me because I know another hard thing that is to do with these systems is the team aspect and and the alibi doubles and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
and I've heard rumors that even in the system you figured out not figured out a way because you have a degree. This is your background. Of course, you figured out a way, but you've designed it so you can actually do that. Because I know a lot of times a lot of us tournament directors use spreadsheets for that, but you've put it in here. But now you don't have to do that. It's easier to do different formats. So what are some of the formats that we have that that a lot of the tournament directors were asking for?
Yeah. So definitely like you have doubles, singles, you have teams, but you have things like the alibis, like being able to do multiple alibis, not just one offs. Of
Mm,
course, brackets, things, and really focus on the experience of it, making it easy. There's a lot of tournament directors like a lot of things is so complicated and it
yes,
takes forever. So that's why at first the first release of Bowling Champ is how to create just a simple tournament. Like you're taking payments, you're doing your roster, you're verifying averages, you're setting up the tournament, and you're going 3 to 4 games just to finish the tournament, right? And the next phase we're doing is like side pots, brackets, alibis, to where it's like for more advanced users. Like
right.
you've been doing this a little bit, so now you know how to do brackets. You're doing side pots. You're doing alibis. um, you're able to do like eliminators. You're doing just bracket eliminator one-on-one competition things within the platform. So it'll be more advanced. So those are the features that we're actually be releasing pretty soon, like September.
That is dope. This is definitely what I've been talking about. One stop shop where you can view live. Now, also in the brackets, let me ask you this because this is something we've also talked about on the show before. Will like and you mentioned the side pots. Will you be able to see who signed up for the brackets and side pots?
Yes, you'll be able to see who signed up for the brackets and side pods. You'll be able to actually see from your device how many brackets you're in, where you at, where you stand, who you're playing against, and then actually the bracket tree itself on your phone as well. So you'll be able to see all that.
Now, also too, I want to ask because you mentioned something too that caught my ear, and you mentioned being able to pay before you get there. Have a pay option.
Hmm.
I will love to see bowling go cardless. I mean, I'm sorry, cashless.
Hmm.
How will the payout work? If it's done through, will they be able to set up an account?
Yeah. So the tournament director actually sets up an account when they register. It's through Stripe. So whenever a bowler actually makes a payment for the tournament, it actually goes straight to your account, the tournament director's account. So they actually have all the information. Payment is the record for yours and the bowler. So everything is set up, and then you're paid out daily. So you already have your roster, you already have your payment, and everything set before the tournament even starts,
And the
which allows.
tournament director could pay out this way also.
We don't have it to where the tournament director can pay out that, but they
Okay.
actually just make a deposit. But our next advance will have it to where the tournament director can pay out to the player if they want to do cashless. So that's a feature that we're working on as well.
That is, yeah, that I think, yeah, that to be cashless at a bowling alley, because you already know the running
It's,
late. trying to
Yeah,
get ATM. but
yeah,
that
it's
but
one
being
more.
but being able to pay, that is dope. Now,
Yeah,
what are now with these features, and like I said, this definitely sounds great. Like it's long overdue. I applaud you for the dedication. Now, and let's I gotta ask this because with these old systems, it is terrible. Let the people know if they have a problem, you know, the service that they can get, to get issues fixed. Because with a lot of these systems, like I said, there's no customer service number. You email somebody, it takes forever, So let them know, like, if something happens, how fast and what the procedure is for that.
yeah. So we're actually setting up a service platform that allow you to submit tickets. You can contact their telephone number, and also chat service that allow you to chat from your phone as well. If anything comes up, you have any issues, and we have a log. Like if the system's down or anything, we will actually send you a text message that come to your phone. So we're usually on top of it. We're doing like text messages, we're doing SMS messages for constant communications. Even when, say, for instance, you um, when a player makes a payment to your account, you'll actually receive a text message to your phone saying this person made a payment to your account through this. So you're actually so that communication is always open. So it's just really constant communication, making sure that you succeed in what you're trying to do with your tournament. So we
Great.
really focus on really trying to do as much as possible to make the tournament go smoothly, so you can actually focus on the experience of the tournament. And that's what's getting lost a lot is people focus on, well, this is taking too long. uh,
Yes.
I'm not even getting paid, my check isn't coming for 2 3 weeks or whatnot. So really, if we focus on like getting out those logistics out the way, then the tournament director can actually focus on the experience of the tournament.
Yes. And I think too with a lot of tournaments, some of them have helpers where they can walk around, but I think a lot of tournament directors want to not necessarily walk around and just be bulls, you know around, but just want to mingle with the people for thank them for coming out. And I think with this system, it allows that because, like you said, it gets to a certain point in any tournament, you got to lock that door,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
you got to work on this system. And it's crazy because, like I said, I was doing tournaments for about 2 years, and even with my last tournament, I'm calling people in. Hey man, you know how to run it? Like how does this work? Like how you got this system? Like I can't
Hmm.
find such and such. But people still helping me. That's how bad that system is. But even for you, for this system, and to have anything where you don't have to crowd around these pieces of paper, in a tournament, and you can just be bowling, look at your phone, like you said, at the bracket tree, look at the side pots. I think this will cure a lot of stuff. A lot of people putting other people inside pots or and things like that.
Hmm.
Brackets, not knowing, if the person is being honest. I think this keeps the integrity. I think this a lot of people don't with this program that you have. I think a lot of people are underestimating the full scope of what this thing is doing. Keeping the game honest, allowing people feeling comfortable enough to get back in these side pots, to get back in these tournaments, so because they can actually see the knowledge that I hear that a lot. Oh, we never know how many people get in this, how many people get in that, and I think with this system, far as I think every bowler should be letting their tournament director know about this system. Um, now, as we're gearing up toward the end, let's talk about payola. How much does this cost the tournament director or the bowler?
So the for the sign up for the platform is free. So how it's set up is, of course, it's a credit card transaction, right? So there's a credit card transaction fee that the bowler pays, just like you're going to, pay for anything with your credit card
Mm.
or debit card. And then we do 3.5% of the payment to from the director, and that's it.
And how much is it for the tournament director?
It's just 3.5%.
No, no, I mean the
For
total cost of the program.
Oh, the program is free. The tournament
Oh,
director
right.
can sign in, and they can like start their tournament. So, say for instance, I'm a bowler, and the payment is, I don't know, I'm gonna just say uh $10 or whatever, right?
Mm.
Uh, and then there's a 3% charge from Stripe, so it'll be $10.30.
Gotcha,
Uh,
gotcha. Okay, but the
then
program is actually free.
the
Just
program is actually
oh,
free, and
that's what I
then
was asking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, with anything, they take a 3% or whatever
so,
percent for
yeah,
that.
but then Bowling Champ for the payment, I'll do a 3.5% of
Right,
that $10. So it'd be, you know, another 30 cents that come to Bowling Champ.
right, right, right.
And
That's
and that's it.
so the program is free. I don't think people understand that these
Yep.
shitty programs that we've been using been $200, $300, and then if you want to update it, it'd be like $150. So for us to have a program like this for free, we only pay service fee once we use your credit card on it. Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know it was free. That
Yeah.
is amazing.
So there's a service charge, and then there's our Bowling Champ charge for the 3.5%.
Yeah.
So and then yeah, so and that's currently right now. Right, that's right now what we're doing. Things could change. Like we're looking to maybe do a pro service
Hmm.
that will actually when we get more features in.
Makes
But
sense.
right now, yeah. So I think you hop on for a good chance to be in the and tournament directors who hop on now they get a chance to like test and then say, "Oh, I would like to see this," or "I
Right.
still run things like that." So it's always a growing uh,
Improvements.
improvement that's catered towards the tournament directors.
Man, this is great. I love it. Um, I already know it's gonna do well. But as bowlers, we need to start pushing this because if we complain a lot about certain things, and this is how we get what we want. And that's by promoting things that bowlers in the community, want to see because it's not somebody. You're not someone that's trying to get rich that just popped up on the scene and just started doing stuff. Someone's people that actually care, that actually want to see the sport grow, that actually wants to feed into the youth, and wants to. I applaud what you're doing. I applaud your team. Hey man, this is awesome. In September when you launch, I come on back. Let's talk about the new launch. Each time you launch, man, something new. Come back up. Let's talk about it. Let's get this out because this
Definitely,
is this is the future, and we all
definitely
keep talking about growing the sport. We gotta support the ones who are making that happen. And you got my full support, Tim.
I
I'm gonna be
appreciate
telling
it.
every. I know Leonard told me that he used it this weekend, for his tournament,
Okay.
and he didn't have any problems. He was still up here. We did get kicked off of Facebook, but we are we are live on YouTube. So
Okay.
I'm gonna repost it and everything. But I know Stump said he's gonna use it for his next tournament. Um, if I know Clyde's been I hit up Clyde. He's been begging me to do another tournament, and people be wanting me to do these marathon tournaments. But far as you're determined any so known right now, it can handle just about any format. Is that correct?
Yeah, it can handle like singles, doubles, teams, um, the alibis, and of course brackets and squads are the next phase that we're hoping to release in September, October. But when you're doing like a singles, doubles, teams, it can handle that right now.
That is, and you can see, and as I'm bowling the tournament, I can see that in real time, the
Yes.
results, and so I ain't got to keep asking, hey, what's the cut after two? What's this after three? Is the prize? Is there a
Yep.
live list? Everything is up, one stop shop. That's beautiful. Let's get this out, baby.
Yep.
Let's get this out. I love it. I appreciate you for coming on. I know we've
I
been
appreciate you having me. I
there
really
because
appreciate it.
next time, hopefully, I get this internet up and running correctly, or crazy out here. This I cannot stand the internet in
Yeah.
Georgia. Like,
Yeah, it's something different.
yeah, the internet
It's
in
something
Georgia
different.
is ridiculous. Because up north we have Verizon, which we had FiOS, and those of you who don't know what FiOS is, it is probably the best internet service I've ever had. And I'm not just saying that because I work for the company. But even though I work for the company, it was the discount. It was high as shit. Like, I don't get it twisted.
But it's good.
But it was great. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was great. But yeah, we bowling champ. Let me know when you start making t-shirts. I need one.
All right. Oh
and
yeah, I got you.
everything.
I got you.
Like, we gotta get this out. I'm gonna be pumping this and sharing this. I know a couple of tournament directors when I go to Vegas in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna put them on this. Like, I know, like, we need to be pushing this because if we push stuff like this and it works when even though I know it will, other people who have talents like yours will be confident, enough to step up because I what you're doing is brave, man. You're putting yourself out there. I'm not sure if this is like your well, I'm pretty sure this isn't your go-to job right now. Is making
No,
bowling.
no,
So
no,
I I
not yeah.
I know you're
Definitely
doing
just
this on the
love.
side. So for you to be doing
Yeah.
this on the side, taking time out away from your day to make this sport better, I pray that it motivates somebody. And it may not even be software design that this person is into. Whatever this person is into to make the sport better. Because I hear a lot, people, hey man, you motivate me. I'm glad you doing
Mhm.
what you're doing with your show. And I want to reciprocate that same love to you because I've talked about these systems on the show, and to see somebody and to have somebody on here that is actually doing it, man, I applaud you. I'm gonna support you. And anybody who's watching the show, if you support me, I know you're gonna support this because this is what we've been asking for. And for you to take time out of your day, that needs to be applauded and rewarded, man. So we definitely applaud you. We definitely reward you. Want to reward you with getting this out there so we can get this pushing. Because I know if we get this out there, we can get you some sponsorships, so we can help build this thing. So maybe we can retire your old job, and get there. That's what we want. We want to be doing the things we love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a career choice. So,
Yeah, and
but
it's definitely like just helping the bowling community and just growing the sport in general, right? Just me being a stepping stone. Like it could
hmm
be someone else. Like, oh, I can do this, and let me piggyback off that and make something even
right.
better, or great, or I can contribute this to the sport. So it's all about just contribute to the sport and making it
Yep.
grow.
Now, before we go, one last question is: before, if anything we didn't mention, what is one thing you want people to know about Bowling Champ that we may not have
Uh,
covered so far?
It's simple. It's easy to use. It's clean. It has the tournament director in mind and the bowler in mind, and it's free to start. You go sign up, and definitely send feedback because it's an ever growing platform.
Send
So
feedback.
and
Don't be scared to send feedback.
yeah, don't be scared to send feedback. Yeah, it comes straight to me. So and if you don't, I see you, in the bowling alley. I'm gonna come up to you and be like, I need a feed. But just people in the bowling community has been great. Like, like Ty, right? Like I
Mm,
reached out to Ty, like Ty early on, like what you think about this?
yeah.
He gave suggestions, great suggestions, like you know, so many people in the bowling communities, like Sam looked at him like, yeah, just interviewing Sam, and Sam take a look at it. He gave his input and things like that. So a lot of people in the bowling community just reaching out, just giving input, yeah, and just getting the word out.
And I know if Sam loved it, it's real because he's in the same field or similar field. I don't know if it's the
He's in a
same,
similar field. Yep.
but similar field
Yeah.
where I know
Definitely.
Sam. If Sam, like, yeah, I don't think that's another one. I don't think people. I need to have Sam on here again. I don't think people realize the genius that we have walking amongst us in Sam and you.
Sam is, Sam is a genius. Sam,
Yeah,
analytical genius.
yes.
Like
Uh,
I don't understand his mind.
I'm not
Is
gonna lie
crazy.
to you. When Sam talks, I listen. Like Sam has been a great mentor to me. Him and Panda. Um, yeah, Sam is need to definitely have Sam back up here again. But once
Yeah.
again, I want to thank you. Um, I want to say we're going to be back on anytime you want to come on, man. Any subject we're talking about, hey, you got just hit me up, send me the link. More than welcome to come up, even if we just talking bowling. Outside of bowling champs, got that open
Yeah.
invitation. So
I appreciate it.
anything
Appreciate
you
it.
want to talk about, any opinions, hey, come on up here, man. We appreciate that. We'll love to have you.
I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to hearing some of the tournament directors like, when you have your show about the tournament directors. I heard that piece when
Oh
you're doing.
yes,
I
yes,
want to, and so I want to just get their input and just hear them talk. So
yes.
that
I'm
I think
fussing
that's
with
going to be
them
great.
now. A lot of them, I'm in their inbox fussing with them. A lot of them saying they got a lot of time, but and I wish I would have, I wish I would have thought about this a little earlier. Well, I didn't think about it. Sue Hill actually hit me up about it, and I think it's. I wish it would have did because school is getting ready to start back up, so it's about to get a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
hectic. So I wish he would have came up with this like about a month ago. But I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it soon. I want it to happen. I would love for it to happen in the next couple of weeks, in a month. But I think that'd be such a dope idea to at least get three of them, and just have people come in Q&A, ask their
Hmm.
questions, and I know it will help. With the tournament, with the bowling champ, I know it will help because it's we're all trying to make the sport better. You know,
Hmm.
and I think
Yeah.
that's and I think we're finally at a gauge where thought meets paper. Now paper is meeting action. I think that's where we're at. I think bowling is finally meeting action. And it's slow, it's a slow process, but it's a progress. Like, we gotta
Yeah.
celebrate the
Pro-
progress that we have, you know.
Progress one step at a time.
Yes. One step at a
One
time. We got the
step
thought.
at a time.
Everybody's mad, up in arms. Now let's do something. We cried the river. We built the bridge. Now let's get over it. So,
Yep. One
so
step at a time, man.
yep. So I appreciate you. Appreciate everyone who
Appreciate you.
joined in. Um, Make sure you tune in. I'm going to be. You're gonna see me testing the stream out a lot this week because like I'm going to get this issue fixed. This is killing me. Like it's like I'm one of those that like a dog with a bone. Like I cannot. I hate that this isn't working, and it's slowly. And for those of you who don't know, and in the streaming world who's having this problem, Facebook and a lot of these streamers updated their terms and conditions, and they're changing the way they're doing things now with this meta thing and all this and AI. So they're changing their systems, which is affecting a lot of these streaming platforms. Because now it's like I can't even see the comments like I used to. And this is my third streaming platform out of news since starting this show. Yeah, and these things are they're okay when they're great when they work, but then there's not a lot of once again instructions on a lot of this stuff. So, but we're gonna get it right. We just like this podcast. You see the improvement slowly, and we gonna continue to make them. So, y'all have a good
All
night.
right.
Appreciate you, Tim.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, man.
All right.
Oh crap, where's